Okay. Okay. Let's just fix stuff up. There we go. And that should be good here. These things are set up. Alright. Oh, spinning on the floor. Oh. I'm not nearly as prepared this time as I was before. Okay. What the hell? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong keyboard. Okay, so recap. Let's recap what we did and things that I have done. So I was working on getting a getting the tile sheet editor in and things like that. Oh, okay, that's cool. I think what I need to do actually is go into the solution items. I'm gonna create a new solution folder. I'll call this resources. Because Heathen's Tower, binary debug, Windows, and I'm actually going to delete the resources folder and the binary. Cool. And the reason being is I want to do repos. Power. Alright. Heathen's Tower have oh. What? Solution items. Scope to this. That's not what I wanted to do. Can I? That's not accurate. I'll just drag this into here. Oh, that's cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is that a BMP? That's not good. Okay, well, I just added in a tile set that I created. Let's crack that open so I can show you what it is. So yeah, this is a 32 by 32 pixel tile set that I created. It's autotile ready. So the brilliance of autotiles. That's gonna do something. Oh, my throat is dry. YouTube's all kinds of screwed up right now. That's fine. So, here's a tile set that I created. Could have done a little bit better. There's a few things about it that I'm not like super happy with, but it's fine. Like I didn't do some highlights very well. And it's not. Why isn't it showing it? Okay. What? It isn't showing the hmm. That's concerning. So it actually doesn't show it there. That's very strange. OBS doesn't want to capture this window. Okay, I guess that's fine. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna drop it into Blender. Yeah, vector math. Okay. Um. Is it because let's build the solution? And then let's try and yeah, no, it still doesn't do it. Cool. Alright. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna create a new folder in here. I'm gonna call that resources. And then I'm gonna see. I'm actually going to remove that one. I'm going to add an existing that doesn't work. There we go. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay. Delete. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. That should be fine. Uh, okay. That should be fine. So it's still not. Now can I drag it in? There we go. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. So, this is like super blurry for some reason. Why is it so blurry? Is it blurry in here? No, it's nice and crisp and clean. It's perfect. Okay. I still don't understand why it doesn't show things in OBS, why it doesn't capture particular features of it, but this is the tile set that I actually created. Uh, God, there's gotta be something in here. I don't. Whatever. I don't know how to make it now look dumb. So this is a tile set that I created. It's autotile ready, so it's gonna be good. So, um, whoa, hold on. Whoa. Hold on. Oh, you, what? No. What? Why? Why is this not? Does it need to be in the project? I wanna. Ah. Mm. Mm. Because it doesn't have to. It doesn't have a project. Starting to feel like that is future Raxman's problem. Mm. And it's very frustrating. Mm. Okay. So I created that tile set. I'm working on the map editor. The tile set editor. 1937. So, 19. What is this gonna be? Okay, so autotiles, the brilliance of autotiles. Let's go back into here. So each of these is a single tile, but these tiles are actually split into 4 subtiles each. So the tiles themselves would be 32 by 32. And the way that auto tiles work is that it cuts it and then reassembles them as necessary, based off of, logic during runtime. So that also raises the question on whether or not it should be a full auto tile, and whether or not it's just a standalone thing, or if it's a paired auto tile. Because this is a paired auto tile. You can do something like run some logic. And this is a partial auto tile technically. So, I guess I should explain the importance of auto tiles. It's a way to essentially procedurally generate tiles in a way that's not, too terribly crazy. So you actually feed it in tiles and just cuts and pieces the tiles as necessary. Instead of, because if we have, that's messed over here. If we actually run some numbers on how many if we actually run some numbers on this, right? We have so if we have these, then if this is like your style, if this is the tile that you want to figure out how to generate, each of these can either be the same or different, right? That means that if there's 8 of them, then you have, in 2 states, that's 2 to the power of 8, or 256, right? So that's 256 individual states that this particular tile can be in order to connect fully with all of them. That's a lot of tiles to generate. That's a 16 by 16 grid of tiles. Yeah. And if it's a 32 by 32, pixel image, then that's really, really large. And there's a lot of logic that goes in, and that's a lot of work to hand make 256 individual tiles, depending on the logic, everything. But if you were to only look at, say, this tile and you only cared about these 3, that's 8. Now you can do things a little bit easier, right? Because there's 3 things, and it can be in one of 2 states. So that's 8 possibilities. 8 times 4 is 24. So 4 times 6. And that's what you saw in the other one. That's for full autotile. But if you notice that if this is different, right, and this is different, and this is the same, well, this doesn't really make a lot of sense. You can remove this possibility from the set of possibilities in some cases. Some cases you might want to keep it. But if you remove it, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 different states that you can remove. Yeah. So that's 20 total subtiles, and you can just cut and paste them all over the place as needed. Yeah. Alright. So, that's the whole point of autotiles, is to reduce the amount of work for the artist. Conversely, it increases the work for the programmer, but that's fine. Now, there can be a lot more sophisticated autotiling schemes. That's just the one that RPG Maker uses. And since we are doing an RPG Maker styled game, seems like there could be some error. But, and that's also how I made that the previous tile. This is not what I wanted. This is what happens when you use Blender instead of an actual whiteboard. Alright. So what happens if we do something a little bit different? It's not what I wanted. Okay, so there's another thing that you can have, like say one, 2, 3. Alright. So we can have something a little bit different. Alright, well, I don't know what I'm doing here. Can do something a little bit different, where instead of having that autotile logic of cutting and splicing and pasting together, of cutting and splicing things, you can have various layers, and you can overlay those layers on top of each other. Yeah. So you can do something like here, like this. I drew all of that in, and I drew that in. But it might be better to instead of like drawing it in, you have what you do is you create like basically create like the corners, the centers, and the the corners and centers of the edges, and you save that as like a completely separate layer, and you just pile on the layers on top of it to create like the borders and things like that. That might be better. That might be something that I'll do in the future. Because I want to have like wall tiles and things like that. And currently I only have, wall and floor tiles. So, yeah. So in do I want to support? Okay. 3230. So 3240. Okay. So we have the tool is auto RPG. We'll do that. Is auto RPG. Tool is auto RPG full. Okay. Because this is going to make things a little bit more difficult. Okay. So right. Okay. Can I? What's actually going to be doing? Oh, what's going to be handling the logic? Okay. Come on, you got this. Okay. Oh. Alright. So all that is survivable. There's a few different things that I can keep in mind. Because it really does depend on how much of this I want to do myself. Like, manually. Because the tile sets aren't all that complicated. I guess I should also go into my Gmail and get some things. God damn it. There we go. Add star. Move to tab. Move to. Okay. Okay. Wait. Oh, I already have. Cool. Perfect. I don't need to do that. Never mind. Alright. Oh, there's actually a song in here that I don't know much to. This reminds me of a movie. A very particular movie. Where is it? Ah, there we go. This. Tell me if you know what movie this is. It'll take a little bit before it kicks in, but... Okay. Okay, so what I can, because each of the tiles in the tile set, mm, uh, this is mind-numbing. Okay, you know, I got this. Okay, I got this. Okay. So, because there's like this concept of like a dual index kind of thing, of whether or not it's in like the first bit or like depending on what corner it is. And the like root index is what tile it is, right? And then I'll need to be able to build the, yeah, because I need to be able to build. Oh, yeah. Oh, auto tiles are going to be kind of completely different, aren't they? Bloody hell. Do I need 24? Oh god. It'd actually be 7 to the 4th power? Or... it's still like 240 tiles. Okay, that's way too much work. Because I need to figure out exactly what kind of Well, this is just... Oh no. Because... I mean, what I can do is I can have different layers. Like, I can have an autotile layer. Alright, so there's the RPG Maker autotile. Right. God, my eyeball. Stop it. So with an RPG Maker autotile field, which is how I made the current autotile set. I need to be able to slice and splice those tiles together. Which means that it is inherently which means the tile grid has to be half as much as it normally would be. And it would be a lot better to hold like this kind of data and just have, I mean, this is 3 bytes right here. And this is going to be some bytes. Alright. What happens if I run this again? Right. And file load image. File, yeah. That's correct. Okay. Alright. That's what happens with that. I also don't actually know how long I'm going to be streaming today because I'm really tired. I might have some plans later on tonight. Okay, so that's the new tile set. Let's go into this entry point. So, test dot. What? Bloody hell. Because all these are private. Yeah, I know it's never used. Go away. Squiggly lines. They're all private. Okay. I'm really not getting anywhere. Because sprite sheets are also going to be a thing. I have to think about how I want to create the sprite sheets for entities. I could also have large sprite sheets for individual sections. And can load those in. Swap out the sprite sheets as needed. Okay. Okay. Also, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be fully doing. Well, no, I like the idea of live streaming at least an overview of the week. But I'm not entirely sure if I like the idea of only ever streaming everything. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming every single individual bit of the code and all that stuff. Because I feel like it's more of just a distraction. And there's a lot of big brain concepts and things like that. So, we have the tile set. We don't have any methods that do stuff. And I'm not entirely sure what? Why are the diagnostic tools going? Oh. They just pop in and out. That's actually kind of cool. Right, because I can't, like here, I can't go into this and say, can't go into this and say certain things. Because I can't do the build properties in that. And I need to be able to have a resource file in order to build it. To package it in. Which means that it needs to be included in the game itself. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be including it in the game itself. The really important thing to do is have the map editor. The map editor is going to need the tile set data. How many maps do I want to have? And on top of that, how much of this do I want to have be auto tiles? And how do I want to generate the auto tiles? And how do I want to do the auto tiles? Okay. Because I think the layered auto tiles might be a really good option. But I don't have any layered auto tiles right now. Which means that I would have to make the layered auto tiles. Okay. Definitely see why this is... Definitely see why people just use RPG Maker. And this isn't exactly all that difficult. And what I mean by that is that I could... Because there's like two different ways that I could go about doing this, right? I can create a map editor and do that, or I can use the WPF tools to its fullest extent and essentially have like different pages basically, right? Because if I go back into here, Or no, that'd be more like wind forms, right? Or like a different window. Alright, let's try something. Let's add a new item. And then go into WPF. Yeah, see, I can like create a new window. And then I can switch between the windows for the scenes. It'd be a really easy way of doing things. But yeah, because I can have a different window, I can have a different page. I can even have a splash screen, which might be cool. Yeah. So I'm also not very knowledgeable about WPF and how it works. I just know that it's newer and you have a lot more versatility with WPF than you do with WinForms. Like the canvas and a bunch of other stuff that you have access to that you don't have access to in other like WinForms. So I don't necessarily want to do something like use OpenGL and all that stuff and create shaders, and that's a colossal pain in the neck. I really don't want to do that. I don't really need this to be this. Because it would be a lot better if I just had an enumerator that sets the type, basically. So we have RPG auto. Layer auto. And then I'm going to have pipe. pipe. I'll also call this static. That's not gonna work. Or set. As in set tile. Set. Because I don't. Because this whole thing is gonna. Because this whole thing kind of rides on some ideas of how. So I need to have the auto tiles basically in order to have the various features, like the dungeon layout, be generated. Need to have the concept of a tile set in order to do that. Because I need to be able to procedurally populate the map with like passable, impassable, things like that. And all that stuff. Need to have an boy in there for that. I mean, it would be really smart to set a lot of these things. And hold it in like a byte. But this is still only 4 bytes. So that's actually not that bad. Where am I at? I'm so tired. Oh. I should set this to no auto. That's a little bit more self-descriptive. Alright. Because I want to be able to open up a new tile set. I also want to be able to package items into the game. Can I just do that? Like, can I just add in an existing file? And like, go in and like do that? I can. And then can I go into the properties and then build action node? Okay. Okay. And then what happens if I go into here? Yeah. Okay. 140 kilobytes. Okay. So I can do that. God, I also have music to deal with. I have the character portraits to deal with. Pixel, how did you do it? Oh yeah, he spent 5 years on it. That's how. God, I feel like I can't focus at all. This is great. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up just this is not what I wanted. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I'm mostly just gonna be doing a live stream of a recap of everything and like explaining various features of code and ideas and stuff because I can't think right now. Seriously cannot think. So I guess some streams will be some streams are going to have yeah, okay, that's fine. Some streams are gonna have some code in it, other streams aren't. I'm having a really hard time focusing on this project right now. I just feel like my brains are oozing out of my ears. So, I don't necessarily want to be wasting your time if you're watching this post. but so I don't even really know how important it's going to be to even have the tile sheet editor. And also, yeah, no, I can't. I'm not gonna subject you guys to all this garbage, so I'm just gonna end the stream here. I know it's a bit short, but it is what it is. I'm gonna take a little break from this, especially today. Mostly just spend time with my wife. I might end up coming back to the project and work off stream tomorrow and like throughout the week. I didn't really have a lot of time to plan anything out or even work on it because of the short window between last stream and this stream, so yeah, I'm just gonna end here. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Thanks. Bye.